Hello everyone, welcome to Chasing Adventures. Today we're going to make the Ram 1500 Rebel look so much better with these simple wheel spacers and give it that stance that it deserves. Alright, so if you guys have been following me for a while, you all know how I feel about factory wheel offsets and the placement, especially on these off-road oriented vehicles. So first thing I do is I change out the wheels and tires with more aggressive offset to give it that better looking stance. However, and this is the first time I'm going to be saying this, but I actually like the looks of the factory Rebel wheels, and I really never like OEM wheels. So yeah, I could see myself rolling with these for a while. And the tires, I'll most likely change it out later, but it'll do for now. And to achieve the look that I want, all we need to do is stick out the wheels a bit to give it that better stance. And a simple way to do that is with the wheel spacers. Now, when using a wheel spacers, you don't want to cheapen out on them and get the cheapest thing that you could find online because you're just asking for trouble and it's like having a ticking bomb on your vehicle. But instead, go with the high quality set like the ones from AFE where it's made out of forged and heat treated 6061 T6 aluminum and has the correct bore size. And this is crucial to get the right size for your truck or car because it'll firmly place your wheels on the hub centric and it won't cause wobbling, which in my case, the Rebel has a 77.8 millimeter bore size. And I got the 1.5 inch spacers, and they also have a 2-inch spacers if you want even more aggressive stance. And with the spacers, other than just the looks, the spacers actually provides clearance for other components such as brakes or suspensions, resulting in track width, also improving handling and stability. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and install on the Rebel already. So the first thing we're going to need is a 22 millimeter socket and a torque wrench. So first, let's loosen, just break the lugs. Okay, you don't have to take it out, just make it loose. So all 6 nuts are loose. I'm going to use a Vevor electric jack. Now this thing is rated up to 5 tons, so it should be okay to use it on the truck. Okay, so I have the truck lifted with the Vevor jack. It did fine. And I put it right on the lower control arm. This is the faster and the easiest way to lift the truck. And I put a jack stand on the lower control arm too, just right there for extra security measures. And it's actually resting on the jack stands right now. Okay, and now we could actually take off the lug nuts. And you know what? My Vevor kit also came with the impact wrench, so I'm just going to use this too. Okay, and take off the wheels. Alright. Okay, and check for any debris or anything that's obstructive so that the wheel spacers will sit and lay flush against the hub here. Great, slide that in. And then I believe this is a 19 mil. We're going to tighten it and we're going to torque it to 130 foot-pounds. Yeah, 19. It's 19 mil. Okay, so once you have those tightened up somewhat, now in order for you to torque it, see how it spins? So we need to press down the brakes. If you have a partner, that'd be great. If not, I use a stick of wood to press the brake down. Okay, so the brakes are applied. Now let's torque it to 130 foot-pounds. Good. Now all we have to do is put the wheels back on and tighten it and torque it to 130 foot-pounds. Drop the truck and we're good. But what I like to do is I like to do one more just for security measure. All right. All right, so the front is all done, and as you can see, it is sticking out. I'm looking straight onto the front of the tires, and it is sticking out quite a bit actually, but just perfect enough. So let me do the rear, and then I'll have a comparison video for you guys. And on the rear, this right here is the jacking point. So just put a jack up there and lift it up. Okay, now before I show you the before and after, I wanted to show you guys these. These actually, I mentioned these on my last Amazon must-have parts video, but these are matte black lug nut covers. But these were actually meant for Cybertruck, which they use 21 millimeter, and we have a 22 millimeter lug. So what I did was I used a heat gun and heat it up a little so it's kind of loosened up, and then just slide them in like that. And I think that finishes the look. Now let's take the truck out and compare it. Okay, so now we have the factory stance on the passenger side. And here we have the driver's side with the spacers. And for me, this is a perfect stance. It's not obnoxiously sticking out too much, and it's just perfect. So 1.5. And if I went with the half-inch thicker spacers, it would be okay too, but I actually prefer this. Because see how the edge of the tire actually lines up with the fender? So I like that. And I'm actually thinking about getting a wider fender flares on this, and that's gonna stick about to maybe about an inch like that. So then it'll be even more flush with the tires. Perfect. Okay, so now I have to finish the passenger side, and then after I'm done with that, I'm gonna take the truck out for a quick spin to see if there's any wobbly or shakiness because of the wheel spacers. All right, I'm driving on highway speeds, and there's no vibration, and the truck drives just fine. All right, so that was a successful installation, and I'm really happy the way it turned out. And now the Rebel has the correct stance that it deserves. And the only maintenance you have to do is to check the lug nuts in about first 500 miles to make sure that they're tight, and every tire rotation on after that. And people use wheel spacers on race cars all the time, so as long as you get the quality wheel spacers like the ones from AFE, you'll be just fine. And I'll leave the link to the wheel spacers in the video description for your convenience. Also, AFE is coming out with new parts for the Rebel, like intake, which they're known for, and exhaust system will soon, so make sure to check them out. So I'm very thrilled the way my Rebel is turning out, and I have a lot more plans for her. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if this video was helpful, please make sure to like and turn on that bell notification too, so you won't miss when my next video is uploaded. So thank you all for tuning in today. And until next time, keep chasing adventures, and I'll see you all in my next video.